I don't think it matters how many times I've done this. It's always scary when you start smearing gel coat onto a new plug. But it's got 10 coats of honey wax on here. I'm not sponsored by honey wax, but it's proved to be a good product. You can see that honey wax. So 10 coats over the course of more than 4 days to really let the wax harden in between coats. So this is the first layer of fiberglass. This is a thinner fiberglass called surface mat to not be visible through the gel coat on the inside of the mold. So I'm gonna go ahead and I aired out the shed, and I'm now gonna lay one more or maybe 2 more coats or layers of fiberglass. I probably will not film that because it's not very fun to watch, so I'll show you the results afterwards. So this is pretty much one layer of 450 on top of the surface mat. It might be a little bit more in places. You can see where it's more green, it's got more glass. So I will continue tomorrow night. Ooh, it smells in here. So I got some questions on my sheeting system here, and these are designed by me, 3D printed. The winch servo just drops in and locks by this top plate here. I have switched to a electronic switch. Had a mishap where I burned up a winch because of a faulty Chinese mechanical switch. So these are around 18 euros, 19 euros, so pretty much the same in dollars. You can probably buy them directly from China, a little bit cheaper, but I buy them at my local hobby store. You can see the rudder servo. Oh, turn it on. Rudder servo, it's a waterproof high-tech. I'm not sponsored. And you can see I'm using a fairly big winch drum on this setup here. And I now have the radio programmed so that when I in here I have very little movement, and then as up here it starts to move a lot more. So you can do this by, this is a Futaba T6K, and you can see that I have the model name is 433 Sting, and Lasse is my Swedish nickname. So I go in and I set endpoints, and you can see here that I have set for the winch endpoint 80 and 70. I hope it, yeah, 80 and 70. So I will back out of that, and then we go down to it's on the throttle curve, and you can see how when I move my throttle, or which in my case is the winch. It moves 5%, and then 15, 50, and 100. So I have put a curve in it to where I can have more control over my sails when I'm fully sheeted in. And then if I turn the sheet, I'll turn the receiver off, and then I have also here program where I can, I'll go back, and I have model select, and you use these plus and minus button, and you can see I have number 33 satyr, which means satire in. So I can 433 sting or number 1 satyr. And very important, if you have different setups like I have, that you make sure to pick the right one, because when I went sailing on Sunday, it was beautiful weather. I didn't. I had messed it up and turned it on, and the spring went into the drum here, and this is a bluebird winch, very, very strong. So yeah, stuff happens. So now I need to look at here, sting number 433. Do I have the right boat? Yes, or I'll switch it to the other one. 945 subscribers, so thank you very much for subscribing. And in this video you will also see the new Australia II mold. The Australia II keel is already poured, and it's sitting in here in my hobby room on the floor, and I'm hoping in about a week and a half to have a Australia II hull made, if everything goes to plan. Thank you very much for all your kind comments and thumbs ups, and until next time, thank you, bye.